Greetings, beautiful people. Hoping this message finds you well. Quick thought I wanted to share. I will share it on a Friday to give you a couple days to think about it. So, this is what I am experiencing that I wanted to share with you. The closer you are to something, actually, it's more of a word of caution. The closer you are to something and believe or start to form an unwavering opinion about it, the less likely you are to see the bias in your perspective. So, for example, I live in the Green Bay area, as everybody knows, right? So in the local community, people will say the people on the east side or the people on the west side. What side of town do you live on? And each side has its own culture, right? But let's say I live on the east side. In my home, there's also a culture. So there's my home culture, the culture of my block. And so my block starts to form this mindset that anybody who doesn't do anything like we do on our block, something's wrong with their block. And then there's our side of town. You know, people on the east side don't act like that, whatever. Then the farther south I go geographically, let's say, then I get to Milwaukee. And when I lived in Milwaukee, we would say things like, those people up north. Now notice how I lumped everybody together. The farther away you get from it, okay, the bigger or the more likely everybody gets lumped together. So then let's leave Wisconsin. I'll go to Illinois. You know, those Wisconsin people. And then I'll travel, further south. You know, those Midwest people. Then I'll leave the country. You know, those Americans. And so I bring all this back to what somebody might say locally on the block about those people not understanding that the farther away I got from the block, the more likely you were talking about yourself. How you see things, there is an entire group of people who see all of us the same. So it's a word of caution, right? So if you use language like, all those people over there, everybody on the 15th floor, leadership never listens. It's like, be careful that you haven't lumped everybody into that, because from a professional perspective, I have seen your self-evaluations and what you said you wanted to be, or where you wanted to be, or what you wanted to do, or what you wanted to be responsible for 5 years from now, which, guess what, officially makes you those people. If you want to look at this from a belonging perspective, right? In the home, in the block, in the community, we will divide people by race, ethnicity, nationality. But the same thing holds true. The farther away I get from that minute discussion, the more we are all lumped together. Do you think people in other countries are saying, those black people in northeast Wisconsin? Or are they saying, those Americans? Talking about all of us. So hold on to that. Be mindful of your language. Think about it in the perspective of, how is my current view biasing my view of the bigger picture? That's it. I do hope whatever you have planned today, as you started, I hope it finds you well and safe and healthy and patient and diligent. I hope it finds you with eye protection, not blinders. Take your blinders off and seeing the whole picture beyond what you see in front of you. And of course, I hope it finds you thinking. Stay safe, everybody, and I'll talk to you next time.